Alright, so here we are. This is the next one. It says, which representation of a proportional relationship has a greater unit rate? The equation y equals 3x or that graph shown below? Okay, so the unit rate for this equation is 3. Or you can say 3 over 1 because remember we have y equals mx plus b. And because it is a proportional relationship, this doesn't exist. Its y-intercept is nothing. So our slope, which is m, is right there. It's at 3 right there. Okay? So I need to find the slope or the unit rate of this graph. And the way I do that is I'm going to calculate rise over run. So I've got here and here. And I'm going to calculate rise, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over run. 1, 2. So lots of times kids will want to say, well, 5 over 2 is bigger than 3. Okay? But it's not really, because if you were to turn this into a mixed number like you learned in 6th grade, you would divide 5 by 2. 2 will go into 5 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. And you have 1 left over, so that really equals 2 1/2. So the question is, what's bigger, 2 1/2 or 3? And the correct answer is 3. So you would write something to the effect here of y equals 3x has a greater slope. Alright, so let's take a look at this one. This is very similar. This says relationship between the rate at which the diameter of a red maple tree increases over time can be represented by the equation y equals 0.3x. So here's my slope, or my rate of change, same thing. Where x represents the number of years and y represents the size and the diameter of the tree in inches. The growth of a red oak tree is shown in the graph below. So here's the red oak, and here's the other tree. So I'm comparing these two. And it says, which type of tree has a greater change, okay, over time? So I need to basically find out what's the slope here for this one. Now you have to be careful because check out what my scale is here. See, I'm counting by halves. This is a half, and that's a 1. That's 1 1/2. That's 2. Alright, so whenever I count my rise, this is 1 and that is 2. So that it so far is a rise of 2 and a run. My scale down here is counting by 1. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, 7, 8, so forth. So I'm counting by 1s here. So that's a run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the question is, which has the greatest rate of change, 2 over 5 or 0.3? Well, what you're going to do is turn this into a decimal. 2 over 5 turned as a decimal will be 0.4. So now I can compare them easier. What's a greater rate of change, 0.4 or 0.3? And the correct answer is that this graph has a greater rate of change because 2 over 5 is greater than 0.3. That's your reasoning.